Hey guys, PokeTrips here, and today I will be going over the power rankings for Week 4, post-Week 4 matchups. Now, coming in at number 10, let's go ahead and just start here. We have, as always, Trey, no surprise there. Trey is 1-3, and Trey, learn your type matchups. It's just constant thing. It's holding you down at number 10. If you learn your type matchups, you have a good enough team to where you can be number freaking 4, 3 constantly, like a constant number 3 or 4. If you learn your type matchups, you have Garchomp, Lucario, and Mewtwo, arguably 3 of the best Pokemon in this league format. And just learn your type matchups and you'll be golden. Next up, we have the Denver Maripos coming in at number 9. Now, really, Cameron just lost to Michael because Michael was having a really good week, so there's nothing he could have done about it. But he did make some bad plays. I don't think he could have won, but he could have came a lot closer than getting 4-0 swept. Cameron focused on his Drift Bloom like always. I think that was this week. I might be mistaken, but just learn what your moves do and learn when to use them, Cameron. That's your problem. Once you learn how to do that, I think you will be pretty good. Next up, we have Owen at number 8. Sorry, Owen, but I had to put you here. Owen got 5-0'd by me, and I apologize, Owen, but that kind of makes me have to put you here because you could have won. You very easily could have won. I've told you this many times. I've told everybody this many times. I don't know how much anybody believes me, but I told Karthik before the game, I don't expect to win versus Owen. I am bringing a test team, just trying some new odd things out, such as Substitute Araquanid and a Ground EMZ Dragonite. I went into the match not thinking that I would win at all, and I 5-0'd Owen, if that tells you anything at all. Owen, you just need to learn when to make switches and when to attack, and when to not protect and things like that, because if you protect, like when you protected and I had that Ground EMZ, I know things like that are unpredictable, but you should have just went for an attack. Well, I mean, what was I going to do? Either way, you were dead to the Ground EMZ extreme speed. You could have at least got an attack off, but I'm not saying Owen's bad. Owen's got skill. Owen's pretty good. He's developed a lot throughout this season, and he's become a lot better, but he needs to learn when to attack and when to switch, and he's not number 8 on skill. I'm just putting him here this week because he got 5-0'd, didn't make plays that he should have made. I only should have maybe 2-0'd him, really. Next up, coming in at number 7, we have Mapu of the San Antonio Solars. We'll see here that Mapu is 2-2. Oh yeah, Owen is also 2-2 by the way, and Cameron was 1-3. But we will see that Mapu of the San Antonio Solars is 2-2. And you see down there that his Gooch is crying because he just got swept. That kind of makes me have to put him down here as well. I think that he's a little bit better than Owen. That's why I put him a little bit above Owen. But the two, they're pretty much in the same boat. They both got swept the previous week. I touched my mic there. I'm really sorry. But they both got swept the previous week. Faced the top 2 players in the league, Karthik and myself. And there's nothing you can do about it. Matt, the notes I have here for you are, I just can't place you much higher because you got swept. I apologize. None of your Pokemon did anything. That's why the Gooch is crying. Coming in at number 6, we have the Detroit Dialgas. Now, I want to make a note here. Theron's not at all bad. This is when the matchups start getting closer and the players start getting higher up. I was torn between whether to put Theron at 5 or 6, and I ultimately decided to put him at 6 because I think he should be doing much better than what he's doing, mainly because he has the skill to do so, and he has one of the leading Pokemon for the MVP candidate in Manectric. Manectric has been doing it all for Theron's team, and it really could be doing more. I don't know. Theron's using it really well, but every other Pokemon on his team really isn't pulling through. Manectric is at a +4 right now, and I think every other Pokemon on Theron's team is negative if I'm not mistaken. And that really shows on Theron's record because Theron is 1-3. So I kind of have to stick you here at number 6 Theron. He just came off of a loss versus Joseph. It was a hard loss. It was a well-fought game. There's nothing much that he could have done to win. Joseph just played better. There's nothing you can do about those. So that's why I put Theron at number 6. Next up, coming in at number 5, we have Zach of the Chicago White Sox. Very big congrats to Zach coming off his first win. I think maybe I placed Zach a little bit too high. Maybe I should have placed Zach at 6th, but Zach did pretty good. He showed that he can pick up a Pokemon and learn how to use it very quickly. He showed that in Hawlucha. Hawlucha went 3-0 last game. It really pulled through for Zach. Of course, Zach did get his first win against Trey. He had a revenge game because Mike was not available for his game 2 weeks ago, so Zach filled in, and Trey beat Zach. Now, Zach beat Trey in their actual match when it mattered, and props to Zach for that. Zach probably shouldn't be this high, but not many people did really good this week. Maybe maybe Theron should be higher than him. That's arguable. That's debatable. But I put Zach here. I have faith in him. And this could be a sign of what is to come. Maybe Halucha is Zach's saving grace. Next up, coming in at number 4, we have the Phoenix Sunkerns. Now, the Phoenix Sunkerns, they just came off of a huge dub. Their circuitry went 3-1 plus 2. They have the top defensive Pokemon of the Year candidate in Fortress because it sets up so easily and it really is a pain for the other team. The Phoenix Sunkerns are 2-2. They have lost to Karthik and who was it? Karthik and Owen, surprisingly, and they beat Michael, maybe, and Theron. I know they beat Theron, maybe Cameron. I'm not sure on that other win, but Zach, or why did I say Zach? Joseph is doing really good. I don't really have any notes here. Just keep playing how you're playing, Joseph. It's working 50% of the time. If somebody has a counter for your spikes and stuff like that, that's when you're gonna have a problem. If someone has a counter for your spikes that's also faster than your Greninja, then you have a problem. Such as like Excadrill, Starmie, things like that, you're gonna have a problem, Joseph. You're gonna have a bad time. Someone has Excadrill is gonna murder Joseph's team because of that circuitry. But Joseph has been playing well, and if he continues to play like how he did yesterday, or last week, his last game, whenever it was, then he will be a threat in this league. He will continue to be among the top players in this league. Now, next up, coming at number 3, we have Michael of the Arizona Houndooms. Michael is a wild card in this league. Michael, 1 week, he'll do really, really good. He'll be one of the top players in the league by far, easily. And then the next week, he'll take a hard loss, such as the loss he took to Owen early season. Wait, no, it wasn't Owen. He took an early hard loss to Matt, I think it was. Matt 4-0'd Michael, and that was unexpected after Michael 4-0'd Owen. So that just shows you how inconsistent Michael can be. But here was one of Michael's on games. That's good for Michael, but Michael has faith in himself, and Michael knows that he can do good. He does good. He's 2-2 right now, so he's had 2 on games, 2 off games. That's how I see it. And his Galvantula, his newly picked up Galvantula, 4-0. That's amazing. He really utilized this new Galvantula that he has. He also showed that he is a good team builder. In his team builder, he had a Rain Dance, Swift Swim, Kingdra, and this Galvantula had Thunder on it to potentially come in after the Rain Dance was set up and start sweeping. That's amazing team composition. It didn't work this week. I mean, he still got the dub, but what he wanted to do didn't work. But it's so smart. Like, I was just looking at his team when the match first started. I didn't expect that at all. So very nicely, he's very nicely able to just sneak things in there that you don't expect, which I really like to see from Michael, and I'd like to see more of that from Michael. And Michael is a very skilled player. He just has to have confidence in himself. If he has confidence in himself, he is easily a top 4 player in this league. Now, moving on to number 2. Out of the 2 teams left, you already know who's number 2. Myself of the Cincinnati Peeves is coming in at number 2, being 4-0. We actually have no 3-1 teams, surprisingly. I just came off of a huge win versus Owen of the Indiana Bruisers. I 5-0'd Owen mainly with the help of my Dragonite, Ground DMZ Dragonite, something really weird, and my Araquanid, which is a substitute variant. Very odd choices, I know, but they got the job done. Now, as always, I did great. It's just that somebody did better. And who else is that somebody but the number 1 spot, Karthik of the Barcelona Keldeo. Karthik had his 4th 6-0 in 4 games. Let me stress to you how ridiculous this is. In the beginning of the season, I said there would be 3 6-0s or 4 6-0s max. Karthik surpassed that on his own. That blows my mind. Of course, this last week was a damage roll. The Mawile had a chance to kill the Aegislash, but the Aegislash lived on 2 HP, which is unfortunate, but those will happen at times. Karthik still got the 6-0, and we saw that his newly acquired Medicham actually put in work, and it showed that when it's Mega, everybody already knew that when it's Mega, it can be a force in this league. Karthik has just utilized that, so props to Karthik. Well, that's it for the power rankings this week. Do you think I got them right? Let me know down below, guys. But for now, this has been PokeTrips, logging off.